Hi, Mark Ian Griffin, Seventh Vision Marketing and Consulting, coming to you with the tip of the week. Now, for the last couple of weeks, I've talked about target marketing. This time, and I keep these things short, so I can't go deeply into every subject. But I want to talk about the message, the message that's going out to your target market. So there's a term we call a value proposition, and there's a few things that, as you put, and this is that in layman terms, that's your message. But you want to consider a few different factors when you are putting together your value proposition. One, most obviously, you want to look at your market. Consider your buyer. You want to look at what kind of value are you putting out there. What is your buyer value most? So make sure the message is wrapped around that. Look at what you're offering. You want to always note the benefits. You want to recognize how you're different. Obviously you have competitors out there that may offer something similar. So make sure that you have in your message that you're able to note something or some things that differentiate you from your competition. And then, of course, proof. You want some sort of social proof or some sort of third-party testimony or something of that nature, or even if it's a third-party graph, something like that. But just gives you some sort of substantial foothold to argue, hey, we're the best guys out there. We're the ones who are going to meet your needs. You should use us. So real quick, know your market. Look at your buyer. Make sure that you're able to talk about the value, the experience. What do they value most? You have to realize that your buyers, your customers, clients, whatever they are, the people that you want to convert into your business or organization, they always ask one question. And it's not necessarily verbalized, but it's in their head somewhere. The question is this: why should I do business with you instead of someone else, or not at all? Okay, why should I do business with you instead of someone else, or not at all? Cut to the chase. What's in it for me? If while you're putting your message together, you always look at it from the perspective of, okay, the buyer is going to say, what's in it for me? Then hopefully you'll be able to construct it in a way that is actually it has a high conversion for those who look at the message. Okay, so in any case, what did it say? Offerings. What does it offer? To always talk about the benefits. You always have to make sure you have benefits in there. Differentiation from your competition, and proof, some sort of proof. One quick note: when you're selling a product and you're selling a service, there is a little bit of a difference, because actually selling a service is a little harder because it's not tangible. You can pick something up. Here's a speaker. Okay, I got a speaker here, and I can say, hey, this speaker is this. It's black. It's great color. It's sleek. It's tangible. If I'm talking about a service, it's not tangible. It's invisible. So it's very important that when you're talking about your service, you're really able to put together your message in a framework where it hits these different points, because the way you give that message is really going to have a big impact on how your buyer is going to receive and decide, okay, whether this is going to be something for them or for you or not. Make sure that your message is short, memorable, and very clear. Okay, it can't be long, it can't be all muddled, because when someone makes a decision to use you, it's not when they're with you. Typically, it's the meeting after the meeting. It's when they're discussing things, looking at the pros and cons, looking at other people who have already approached them, and deciding, what's in it for me? Should I do business with this person, or not at all? Or should I do it with that person? So I think that's all the points I wanted to hit on that. Make sure. Okay, with your message, this last thing, with your message, when you're keeping it short, try to put that value in it, and do not place all of the value of your product on price, because if value is strictly on price, then there's always going to be someone who can undercut you. Always. And you don't want that relationship with your client to be based on, a 25% less. Granted, that might be a good foot in the door, but in the long run, overall, you want the value to be on performance, on results, things of that nature. Make sure your and this is the last point, make sure your message is has value in it when you're keeping it short and concise. So instead of saying, we do search engine optimization, which is kind of vague, it's just like this big thing, you can say, we deliver qualified leads. So it's basically the same thing, but it makes a huge difference because that's what they're really looking for. They want qualified leads. Okay, so I hope you're able to run with that. As always, I always want to give you something of value. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email at info@7vmc.com. And that's my bit for the week. See you next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.